Hello, how are you today? This is Jilly Bling. I have a project to share with you today using fresh cut flowers. Again, this will be the second project using that. And the minute I saw the set, I knew I wanted it mostly to color in because I love coloring with the blends. Not a whole lot. Like, this couldn't be a Christmas card where I make 30 or 50 or 100 of them. That would be way too much. But one little flower bunch at a time, it's okay. And this is fussy cut, just like the last project. But look how pretty it is. Isn't that nice? Very delicate on the inside. Actually, this stem here is very pretty too. This paper is in the new catalog, and I have it here. I'll show you in just a minute. But we'll use Fresh Cut Flower Set, Shaded Summer, mostly for the words. And dies we'll use stitch rectangles, and then also the harvest dies. And that's just for these words, the happy birthday words. And then a hint of ribbon. This is called Open Weave. It's in color ribbon. And this one has pale papaya. Even though I colored this in petal pink, the pale papaya works beautifully with it. Oh, and then my favorite, elegant faceted gems. I can't seem to get enough of those. So there's that. And over here are the gems. So the gems come in clear, petal pink, and the white, like the shimmery white. Here's the ribbons. Today I'd like to use the soft succulent. I love these ribbons. It comes in, is it all of the end colors? I'm thinking what I know it comes in evergreen, polished pink, papaya. Well, it's embarrassing. I should know what the other one is. But I'm pretty sure, well, heck. Now it's going to drive me crazy. Ribbon on page, I'll get these marked one day. Here's ribbon. It's called Open Weave on page 146. Freesia, how could I forget that? I love freesia. Freesia, polished pink, pale papaya, evening evergreen, soft succulent, fresh freesia. I love them. And they are so delicate. They work very easily when you're tying a bow or a double bow. This paper is for the words. This is for stamping the flower. We'll do this in just a minute. Here's the paper. It is so pretty. This piece here, I know I want to do something lovely with it, but I don't know what yet. Isn't that just beautiful? But to make cards, I'd kind of have to cut it down. Ooh, look at that. That's the new color, Starry Sky. So this has Starry Sky, Night of Navy, Pacific Point. Here, you can really see the Pacific Point on there. Stripes. Look at that little dandelion. You know, it's funny, as a migraine sufferer, and if you are, you're going to relate to this. When I see this pattern right here, have you ever heard of an aura, which is like a precursor to getting a migraine? That exactly is what an aura looks like. It's just kind of going through and you can't see anything. Anyhow, I still love the paper though. That's just gray. Oh, it has script on it. Very light little script. So this is a study in blues, and then also paired with gray granite. That's kind of pretty. Little ferns, and there is a embossing folder. Is that the one we're using today? No, this one was a close runner-up. So this one with the ferns and little dandelion things, and then this one has more of the white fern type shadow. Maybe that's more of a ginkgo leaf. Pretty. Anyhow, this whole package of paper is just beautiful. Okay, back on task. So here is a sample. granite, fold that in half. And these pieces, these are the dies. So I have two different dies of the stitch rectangles. The larger one, I'm going to cut 2 pieces of white paper. One for the outside, right here, and then also for the inside. So if you were to get this project box and you're like, hey, the paper doesn't work, that's because you have to cut it. So 2 of those, white, and the designer paper is the smaller die. Here they are. So that one could go inside, and these could go right here. How would it look like that? That looks good, but I really like how the blue tones look with the flower on top of it. Okay, so let's get started on a little stamping. Let's do the words. So these words, this one I did the happy birthday. I think I'll just do happy birthday again. Can you ever have enough birthday cards on hand? Birthday. And inside can be, some friendships are meant to be. And you know, every time I stamp this, I stamped it crooked. So I'm going to try to remedy that. Where I'm going to test it right along the edge of my scratch paper. So right now I'm lining up the rubber with the edge of the paper. That's good. I don't know why I was having a hard time. It's maybe a little crooked, but because I already die cut it, I'm going to pretend like I planned it. I'm going to pretend like it's straight. Okay, and you know I should do the flowers. But you know, since I have this here, let me cut out happy birthday. And this is a tight fit, but if ever you have a die and it looks like a tight fit, flip the die over. And on this one, see how there's just a little edge rim? The die cutting area is not exactly in the center, but it's not right on the edge area. So if I drop it down a little bit lower than planned, I'm almost covering up the top of happy birthday, I think it will fit just fine. There it is. Okay. So these next flowers, did the words, I want to use some of the new ink colors. The new ink colors are great. There is, of course, my favorite, Starry Sky, which is this deep blue. Then I like Orchid, what's it called? Orchid Oasis? Orchid Oasis. I like that one too. But there's the Tahiti one. Look at that. Tahitian Tide. I want to use that. Okay, so flower. And I know some of you have mentioned holding the blocks. When it's a big block, it's hard, or your hand just doesn't behave. So this is ideal if you could do that. But if you can't, like if you're always dropping it, first of all, don't have bow hairs in it. Turn the block upside down and then ink it that way. And you get really good coverage that way too. Not that you could really see the black on the rubber, but you can just confirm by where you're tapping that you get good coverage. Then flip it over, and you don't have to hold it for long. Oh, just a minute. It's kind of hard to... It's white on white. It's a little bit hard to see. If I have a darker color underneath it, I think I cut this paper a little bit narrow, but it works just fine. Okay. Just fine. And I want to put one of these on the inside. Boy, are we done stamping? Just like that. Okay, so in the last video, I showed a little bit about coloring. Not that I'm a pro. I certainly have fun with it, but I'm not a pro. So I'm not going to go through all of the coloring here, but I'm going to color these two, and I have a list of the colors I used. Petal Dark, Saffron Dark, Sky Light, Tahitian Tide, both of them light and dark, Apple Dark, Succulent, both of them apple, Parakeet, which is this one, and on the inside I use Succulent and Seafoam. Look at that. Are those just jumping out and saying hello? Isn't that pretty? And for the inside. Okay, so those are going to go on here. It's like, I think I stamped that. And you know, lately, I don't know what's with me, but I've been putting dimensionals on the inside of the card. Just because I like it like that. Probably because whenever I go to the post office, our post office guy here, he always seems to put the price up a little bit higher than anyone anywhere else. So if he's going to do that, I might as well have dimensionals everywhere. I had a friend mail me a card, and I mailed one to her, and it was the same exact thickness. I mean, one layer of dimensional thickness. And I think mine was even a little bit lighter in weight from what my hands could tell. And I paid like 3 times as much. It's like a conspiracy or something here. Trying to keep their income coming in, which I understand, but every single time, yikes. Okay, so look how cute that is. I put a little bit of glue there. I might have to, where's my clip? There. Hold it in place for a minute, clip. And this lovely designer paper. Okay, well, you know what? Let me try something. This is the plan, which I really like. This is, that's nice too, but I really like it this way. Okay, so I'm going to stick this on. Is there one way up and one way down? I don't know. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Six of them today. You know, a rainy day means extra dimensionals. Because I can. For a while, I would take all my regular dimensionals and I would cut them in half just to save money. Then finally I decided, why do I do that? It's not like they're that oh, that's so pretty. They're that expensive. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Okay, so the succulent. I'm thinking the succulent, soft succulent ribbon would go well just because this leaf down here, I use soft succulent. And I like this ribbon. I just like it. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so to do the ribbon, so this one I did in a zigzag, ziggle zaggle. So both of the ends are here on the sides, and then there's a little fold over on either side here. So I'll put adhesive all over on this, and I know I'm going to have to supplement it with liquid glue because the dimensionals just won't hold all this back and forth stuff. And to start out, I'm going to make it probably a little bit bigger than needed. Because I could always trim it later. So there's that one. And then this loop. And at this point I'm just trying to get these loops about the same half inch over the label. But the ribbon is so pretty, I don't think you could go wrong. And hopefully there's a little stickum under there to hold it. But I'm just going to trim it longer than I think I need it. Okay. Ziggle zaggle. So it's kind of fragile because there's not that much holding it together. So I'll put dimensionals on here. And like I said, I'll probably have to, can you hear that? Listen. That's Bo having a nightmare. He does that all the time. I'll probably have to put liquid glue just to hold. Well, that seems like it's holding okay. But the last thing I want is for it to come up. So I'm going to put some liquid glue right here, hoping it will kind of seep through the ribbon and hold it in place. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I'm wondering if I should have put the flower in place first. Probably, because the flower is going to go right in the center, which is right there. Well, that's going to let the glue soak in. Yeah, I planned that. So, dimensionals, I'll put 2 on each of the big flowers, and then I'll go back through and probably put on some more, or put glue a few places. Well, while it's upside down. Oop. Getting a little sticky. Just don't want it to show through. I want that all those blues on the designer paper to show through. With all these little pieces. Okay, one more. Okay, so put that in the middle. This is going to go about in the middle. I want that to kind of stick up above a little bit. I have to have it let go. And there it is. Isn't that pretty? I'm loving the new colors. Okay, so now I think this is ready to attach. Oh, then we have to put the sparkle on it. Okay, so the words definitely are going to be in the middle, even if the stem is not in the middle. Because you know, Mother Nature grows stuff in every direction. Okay, now trim the ribbon. Now trim the ribbon so it's just a little bit hanging into the white border. Okay, and now some sparkles. So on this one I use the white. See if you can see that. See how it's kind of frosty, shimmery? Then I have the 2 up here. I like that. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick, oh no, let me try the clear. I just don't want them to get lost on there. Oh, kind of looks like a dewdrop. That's pretty. They catch the light. I love these elegant faceted gems. Okay, now the inside. That worked. Okay, that's all that's to it. Both very different, but very pretty. A little softer in the greens. This is using that new green, the parakeet. Right here. Yeah. Parakeet party. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.